Jim Rohn used to say, "Success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines, practiced every day." Let that sink in, because most people imagine millionaires living wildly extravagant lives, jets, yachts, suits worth more than rent. But Jim knew better. He knew that wealth didn't start in the bank. It started in the mind, and it showed up in your habits. So if you want to live like a millionaire, you got to think like one. And thinking like one means acting like one long before the money shows up. Let's break down the daily disciplines millionaires live by, straight from the Jim Rohn playbook. Jim didn't believe in winging it. Either you run the day, or the day runs you. Millionaires don't wake up scrolling through their phones. They wake up with purpose, not because they're superhuman, but because they've learned the power of morning momentum. A typical day starts with silence or prayer, reading something that stretches their mind, reviewing their goals, setting clear intentions for the day ahead. They don't stumble into the day. They step into it, fully awake, before the world makes its demands. Jim Rohn once said, "Miss a meal, but not your reading." That wasn't just a clever quote. It was a mandate. Millionaires are readers, not because they're nerds, but because they know every solution to every problem is already written down, and it's just waiting for someone hungry enough to read it. They read for skill. They read for wisdom. They read for edge. While others waste time on gossip, they're feeding their minds with biographies of leaders, business books, philosophy, psychology, finance, history. A millionaire doesn't ask, "Do I feel like reading today?" They ask, "What don't I know yet that could change everything?" Jim's philosophy on goals was simple. Goals. There's no telling what you can do when you get inspired by them. There's no telling what you can do when you believe in them. And there's no telling what will happen when you act upon them. Millionaires don't just set goals on January 1st. They write them, rewrite them, refine them, daily, weekly, monthly. Why? Because every time you write your goals, you rewire your identity. And success isn't about chasing, it's about becoming. Jim would advise you to take 10 minutes every single morning and ask, what I want, who do I need to become to deserve it? What can I do today to move 1 inch closer? Most people drift. Millionaires design. Dollar banknote 4. They track their finances like a scientist. Jim Rohn wasn't flashy about money. He was disciplined with it. A part of all you earn is yours to keep. Millionaires know where their money goes, down to the dollar. They budget. They invest. They measure. Because what you don't track, you can't master. While most people avoid their bank accounts like it's haunted, millionaires open them like a general studies battle plans. Daily rituals include checking account balances, reviewing budgets, watching investments, planning income streams. They don't fear money. They lead it. Handshake 5. They surround themselves with growth-minded people. Jim famously said, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." Millionaires know this isn't just a metaphor. It's a law. If you spend your time with people who complain, waste money, and avoid responsibility, you absorb it. But if you spend time with builders, thinkers, planners, doers, you elevate. Millionaires take strategic calls, join mastermind groups, attend seminars, watch interviews, invest in mentors. Every single day, they're careful about who gets access to their energy. If you want to be rich, start acting like your attention is expensive, because it is. 6. They reflect every evening. Millionaires don't just hustle, they review. Jim Rohn loved journaling. He called it a way to capture a piece of life's wisdom. At the end of each day, successful people ask, what did I accomplish? What did I learn? Where did I waste time? Who did I help? How can I improve tomorrow? This is where wisdom is born, not in the doing, but in the thinking about the doing. Millionaires learn twice, once through action, once through reflection. Daily habit summary, for visual pop-up or voiceover list. Wake with purpose. Read every day. Rewrite your goals. Track your money. Protect your circle. Reflect nightly. These aren't dramatic. They're not flashy. They don't go viral on TikTok, but practiced over 1 year, over 5 years, over a lifetime, they'll make you unstoppable. Success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines, practiced every day. If that's true, and Jim Rohn believed it with all his heart, then the road to becoming a millionaire isn't made of magic. It's made of habits. The question is, which ones are you practicing today? Because your future self is watching, and you're teaching them how to live. Would you like me to continue with the next section of the 3-hour script? Next up, back-end index pointing right. How value drives income. You get paid for the value you bring. Another Jim Rohn classic turned into powerful narrative.